I know why you clicked on this video. I'm reading your mind. No matter what Tapcon fasteners you use, it never seems to go the way you want. If you're using little Tapcon fasteners, you either strip out the screw or snap the fastener. If you're using big Tapcon fasteners, you blow out the hole. Am I right? Well, today we're gonna solve all them problems for you. We're gonna make it work. Right after this message from our sponsor, VCG Construction. Want to help out the channel? Head on over to the merch store. You can get hats, hoodies, t-shirts. Link will be in the description below. Welcome back. My name is Vince. And today, we're gonna solve the problem. And if you're using like hex drive or big old number 3s, we're gonna keep you from snapping your fasteners or even blowing out the hole. Usually what people will do is, they'll take their hammer drill, they'll chuck in the supplied masonry bit that comes with their Tapcons. And I'm not saying that that's wrong, but I'm gonna show you the example of what happens here. We'll set our hammer drill on hammer, and then we're gonna put it on number 2. We're gonna drill our hole. We're gonna evacuate our hole. And then what a lot of people will do is they'll come in with like a nut setter, and then they'll drive their Tapcon into the masonry. You can see it's now like kind of blown out the hole. It won't set any deeper. Even if we turn up the torque, now we're spinning our hole. You can see it's wiggling, jiggling. It's just not doing what, it's not a great experience. On the reverse end, instead of blowing out the concrete, we could have snapped this fastener. Then we have to drill next to it. It's not optimal, it's not ideal. What I found is that it's because of the tools you're using. I would suggest getting rid of the impact driver. Wouldn't use the impact driver at all. And you could use your hammer drill. I would continue to use this if you're using it with a specialized tool. But to make this most ideal and for the best results, and if you're gonna be setting a whole bunch of masonry fasteners or Tapcons over time, you're gonna wanna step up to a rotary hammer. There's just no ands, ifs, or buts. You need the right tool for the job. You're gonna couple this with what's relatively inexpensive when it comes to the cost of Tapcons and the stakes when working in masonry. And this is literally Milwaukee's drill and drive system. This is for use specifically with rotary hammers and Tapcons. It pretty much should set every Tapcon the right way every time. This kit is made specifically to drive Tapcon fasteners that are number 2 Phillips, number 3 Phillips. It even has the nut setter attachment for 1/4 inch and 5/16. This is an all-in-one Tapcon solution. Let's get it open. Well, that was easy. Okay. Even comes with a nice little case and this piece of cardboard. Wow. I'm gonna get this little pouch open and see if they have organization inside. That would really make it sweet. So they do have a couple of spots in here where you'd probably set this would probably sit here in the middle, really nice like. Now here's the thing, this is the heart of the system. This is what makes this whole thing work like perfectly. This right here. There's bits in here. Yes, they work with this, but they're not the heart of the system, in my opinion. But let's see. Do these fit up? They do. Look, they fit up in there. Really nice. Our 2 bits. And then we put our number 2 and number 3 Phillips, as well as our nut setters. You can see how these work with this sleeve, this con drive, right? Personally, I don't like driving Tapcons with number 2 Phillips if I could help it. If you can't help it, use what you gotta use, but I try to stay away from number 2 when I can. I prefer number 3 if the fastener needs to be flush, but if you just need to set the fastener and you can get away with a hex head, it's always the most positive in my opinion. I like that the best. These will fit in this little netted pouch. I like that, pretty cool. But the best part is that it's mesh, so you can see what's in that pouch. Now, you don't necessarily need to use these Milwaukee rotary hammer or SDS plus bits. There will be other bits you can use. If you have a whole bunch of those bits already, you can use them. But what makes these unique for this system and the other bits that you need to look for is this hex portion on the bit. If it doesn't have the hex portion on the bit, you're not going to be able to use it with the system. You're going to want to look out for that. Depending on what size fastener you're using or setting, that will determine whether you use the 5/32 or the 3/16 bit. When you're ready to drill your hole, you're going to want to set your depth gauge. You always want to set your depth gauge slightly longer than the fastener you're going to set. Then you evacuate your hole. Now here's the best part. You don't have to change tools. You don't have to take the bit off of your rotary hammer. All you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your con drive. You're gonna pop it over your bit. Then you're gonna take the appropriate drive, whether it be the number 2 Phillips, number 3 Phillips, or one of the nut setters. You're gonna pop it into the end of your con drive. You grab your fastener, you pop it into the nut setter. That's it. Perfectly set every time. You hear that clicking noise? That's not the fastener spinning. That's still sitting there perfectly. That's the clutch mechanism that keeps the fasteners from overdriving, from snapping. It applies the perfect amount of torque to set the fastener, no more, no less, every time. We'll show you another one. We'll drive a number 3. But all we have to do that is we swapped out our bit. We're still gonna pop it over our con drive. Put our fastener on. Boom. Perfect. Now, let's illustrate. You see that clutch kicking in? You see how it's not blowing out the hole? It's only applying enough torque to set the fastener. Listen, stop using Tapcons without this inexpensive accessory.
Video's over, but I know you want more. So this is how you're going to get it. First thing you need to do is pretend you're this guy, and you're here in the birthplace of freedom. Now ring that bell like it's 1776 and let all notifications through. What? You're not subscribed yet? Well, smash this button here. After that, watch this video here, here, and maybe over here. See you later.